It was a quiet December night in northern Thailand. A princess educated at one of America's most elite universities, celebrated at the United Nations, beloved by millions of ordinary Thai people, was out training dogs for a military exhibition. Then, without warning, she collapsed and she never woke up. For 3.5 years, she lay in a hospital bed in Bangkok while a nation held its breath, prayed at temple steps, and whispered questions no one could fully answer. On June 11, 2026, Princess Bajrakitiyabha of Thailand died at 47 years old. This is her story. To understand why this loss hit Thailand so hard, you have to understand who Princess Bajrakitiyabha actually was, because she was not like most royals. She was born in 1978, the eldest daughter of King Maha Vajiralongkorn, Thailand's current monarch, known as King Rama X. Her mother was Queen Somsawali, the king's first wife. From early on, she showed a seriousness of purpose that set her apart. She traveled to the United States to study law, earning both her undergraduate degree and her PhD from Cornell University, one of the most respected law schools in the world. She didn't stop there. She went on to work at the United Nations, representing Thailand on the international stage. She served as Thailand's ambassador to Austria. She held senior positions in the Thai Attorney General's office, but her most lasting achievement, the one that will outlive headlines and royal ceremonies, was her work on behalf of women behind bars. She launched a campaign called Kamlang Jai, which means inspire in Thai. The program helped imprisoned women rebuild their lives before release with education, job training, and dignity. That work directly influenced the United Nations to adopt what became known internationally as the Bangkok Rules, a formal global standard for how female prisoners must be treated in countries around the world. She was known as Princess Bache. She smiled at commoners. She worked in the field. She felt real to people in a way that many royals simply do not. December 14, 2022. Pak Chong District, Nakhon Ratchasima Province, a region about 3 hours northeast of Bangkok. Princess Ba was there for a military dog training session. She had a deep personal interest in working dogs. This was not a ceremonial appearance, she was hands-on. Then she lost consciousness. A military helicopter was scrambled immediately. She was airlifted to King Chulalongkorn Memorial Hospital in Bangkok, one of Thailand's most advanced medical facilities. Doctors worked urgently. The Royal Household Bureau eventually released a statement confirming the cause: severe heart arrhythmia, triggered by a mycoplasma bacterial infection that had gone to her heart. She was placed on life support. Her brain had been without adequate circulation long enough to cause serious damage. Days passed, then weeks, then months. The palace issued only occasional sparse updates, sometimes going over a year without a single public statement. Princess never regained consciousness. For 3.5 years, she remained in that hospital. A country waited and wondered. Silence when it comes from a royal palace never stays silent for long. Into the information vacuum came the theories. In early 2023, a retired German Thai microbiologist named Dr. Suchrit Bhakti made a public claim that Princess' collapse had nothing to do with a bacterial infection. He argued it was caused by a Pfizer COVID-19 booster shot she had allegedly received weeks before collapsing, and he claimed Thai officials were quietly considering voiding their contract with Pfizer over it. The claim spread fast. Anti-vaccine websites picked it up. Social media amplified it across multiple languages. In the charged atmosphere of post-pandemic distrust, it found a ready audience. But Thai health authorities pushed back directly. Officials from Thailand's National Vaccine Institute confirmed there were no plans to cancel any vaccine contracts. Independent fact-checkers at Science Feedback and Snopes reviewed the claims and found them unsupported by credible evidence traced largely to known misinformation sources. A second theory emerged in darker corners of the internet that the princess had been deliberately poisoned. No credible investigation ever found evidence of this. No official body in Thailand or abroad ever opened an inquiry based on it. It was speculation minus, though, the kind that thrives when official communications are rare and guarded. Analysts who covered the Thai royal family noted a painful irony. The palace's instinct for privacy, traditional, deeply ingrained, was the very thing that created space for the rumors to grow. Every month of silence was another month the theories went unchallenged. The palace said almost nothing. The internet filled in the rest. So what do credible voices, medical experts, and royal analysts actually say? On the medical side, mycoplasma infections are common. Most people recover from them without serious complications. But in rare cases, the bacteria can trigger severe inflammation of the heart muscle, a condition called myocarditis, which can cause the kind of sudden, catastrophic cardiac event that Princess experienced. Medical professionals consulted by international outlets called the palace's explanation medically plausible and consistent with documented cases in medical literature. On the royal analysis side, the picture is more complicated. Analysts who spoke to Al Jazeera and other international outlets noted that Princess had done something unusual for a member of Thailand's monarchy. She had made herself genuinely accessible. Through her Kamlangai prison rehabilitation campaign, through her unwork, through her visible presence in communities, she had built a kind of public trust that Thai royals rarely achieve. That connection is exactly why her illness felt so personal to so many Thais. Thousands gathered at the hospital in the days after her collapse. Prayer ceremonies were held across the country. Citizens made offerings at temples for years, hoping she would wake up. Experts also noted that the palace's communication strategy, long stretches of silence followed by brief clinical updates, may have been traditional protocol, but it was badly mismatched to the information environment of the 2020s. The silence didn't protect the royal family. In many ways, it exposed them. Her condition had taken its worst turn yet. The Royal Household Bureau announced she had developed a severe bloodstream infection, this time caused by inflammation of the large intestine. Her blood pressure dropped. Her heart rhythms became irregular. Her kidneys and lungs required mechanical support. Doctors administered antibiotics and used every available medical measure. The palace said as much in careful language in its final statements. On the evening of June 11, 2026 at 7:48 p.m., Princess Bajrakitiyabha passed away peacefully at King Chulalongkorn Memorial Hospital in Bangkok. She was 47 years old. The announcement came the following morning. Thailand declared a 15-day national mourning period. Government buildings lowered their flags. Embassies from Denmark, Norway, Finland, and Sweden issued formal condolences. World leaders including Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. offered their sympathies to the Thai royal family. On June 13th, her remains were carried in a solemn royal procession to the Paimarn Rataya throne hall inside Bangkok's Grand Palace, where she will lie in state in accordance with full royal funeral honors as ordered personally by her father, King Vajiralongkorn. Thousands lined the streets of Bangkok to say goodbye. The Thai monarchy has now lost the one figure who most convincingly represented its future. Princess Bajrakitiyabha was not just a beloved public figure, she was widely seen as the most viable candidate to become Thailand's first female monarch, a path made legally possible by a constitutional change in 1974. In a country where the monarchy remained central to national identity, she was the face that the institution needed, educated, globally recognized, reform-minded, and genuinely trusted by ordinary people. Her father, King Vajiralongkorn, is 73 years old. He has never publicly named a successor. With Princess gone, attention now turns to the presumptive heir, young Prince Dipankorn Resmijoti, but he faces reported health challenges of his own, and he is still a teenager, untested and unknown to most Thais. The uncertainty around succession has real consequences beyond ceremony. Thailand's stock market dropped sharply in 2025, during a period already marked by political instability that analysts have partly tied to the unresolved question of royal leadership. Princess' death deepens that uncertainty. Thai Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul said publicly that she was a pride of Thailand, and that her commitment to justice and equality would remain a guiding light for generations. But those words, however sincere, cannot fill the institutional void her death has created. The monarchy that once counted on her to carry it forward must now find a different path. And right now, no clear path exists. Before we close, it is worth pausing on what she actually built, because Princess' achievements were not symbolic. They were real, and they continue to affect real lives. The Bangkok rules she helped create are now part of international law used by human rights organizations and prison reformers in countries far beyond Thailand. Her Kamlangjai campaign gave thousands of incarcerated Thai women a chance at a second life. Her legal career, her unwork, her ambassadorship to Austria, they were not titles. They were labor. She earned a PhD from Cornell. She argued for human rights at the highest levels of international diplomacy. She trained military dogs on the night she collapsed, not because she had to, but because she cared. She was 47 years old, and she had already changed the world in ways that will outlast the mourning banners and the palace silence. Princess Bajrakitiyabha never had the chance to become queen. She never had the chance to grow old. but the work she did for women in prison cells, for legal standards that now cross borders, for the millions of Thais who felt seen by a royal for perhaps the first time that work endures. Whatever questions remain about the night she collapsed, and however long those questions linger, what is not in question is this: she mattered. To her country, to international law, to the women whose lives she changed. Thailand is quieter without her, and the world is smaller